Hello friends, you can log on to primeaptacademy.com to access complete free video courses. So this is the 23rd question of the time speed distance chapter. So question says two trains 200 meter and 100 meter in length are traveling towards each other at speeds of 50 km per hour and 40 km per hour respectively. The trains are 4 km apart. Find the time it takes for the trains to completely cross each other. Okay. So let's say this is train T1, which is 200 meter in length, and let's say this is train T2. They are obviously on different tracks, only then they will be crossing each other. So this is 200 meter in length, this is 100 meter in length. Okay, this train is traveling at a speed of 50 km per hour. 50, I'll just write 50, the speed, and this train is traveling over here at a speed of 40 km per hour. The distance is given to be 4 km apart. That means from this point till this point, the distance is 4 km. We have to find the time it takes for the trains to completely cross each other. Now, first of all, in this relative case scenario, what do we assume? We assume, let's say, T2 is stationary. If T2 is assumed to be stationary in the relative case, in this case, let's say it has no speed. That means it is stationary here. Then if this is stationary, the speed of T2 has to be added here in speed of T1. Why? Because they are moving in the opposite direction. So I am adding this speed over here. I'll assume this to be stationary now. Then T1 to completely cross T2 will be somewhere here like this. Now it is like T1 is traveling at a speed of 90, is 50 plus 40, and now T1 is crossing this T2 like this. So T2 kind of becomes the stationary platform, like the previous question that we did. So now if you look at it, if you have to find the time, so if I just draw this start of this point T1, I'll first find the distance, the starting of T1 travels. So starting point of T1 goes from here till here. This is composed of this distance, first of all, 4 km, plus this distance, which is the length of T2. The length of T2 is 100 meter, so that is 0.1 kilometer. And finally the length of T1, which is this length of this train T1. After it completely crosses, it goes over there. So that is 0.2 kilometer, which is 200 meter. So the total distance traveled by the starting point is 4 plus 0.1 plus 0.2, which is equal to 4.3 kilometer. That is the total distance traveled. The speed of travel is 90 km per hour. Why? Because it has to be 50 plus 40, because we have assumed T2 to be stationary. So the time taken to completely cross will be, time T to completely cross will be 4.3 divided by 90, these many hours. So in terms of seconds, it will be into 60 into 60. So it goes 0 goes here. This is 3 3s are, 3 2s are, again 3 1s are 3 and 3 2s are. So it is 20. Okay, so 20 into 2, so it is like 43 into 4 it becomes. Okay, because this 0 becomes 43 and 2 into 2 is 4. So 43 into 2 is 86, 86 into 2 is 192. Okay, so no, not 192, sorry, 172. Okay, so this will be 172 seconds. Okay, so 172 seconds over here is the right answer. Alright, that's how we solve the question.